This video is gonna be about it has a lot to do with like how I do my analysis and more like there's talking in this video. So if you actually watch, you're gonna see that there's talking going on. If you don't, you're gonna miss it. That's up to you if you want to miss it or not. I really don't care. But there wasn't really any intent behind this. It's more just about, I don't even know, like I would say like bias, power of three, time and price, and yeah, that's really kind of what it was. I wouldn't say it's like a whole day. It's more just like London, New York session to London close, how you kind of form your bias or whatnot, and how it is really good on how to use the time frames. There is a section in here where I'm talking about how to use the time frames. So that is like what time frame do I use for my order blocks? What time frame do I use for my fair value gaps? There's a segment in here where I'm talking about that. So
Cash flow.
How you banging back there? I'm in the studio right now. Tell them what it is.
I'ma say I'm sorry for all that shit that I had did, and I'm thankful for that shit that you had done while we was kids. Been putting my soul up in this music, and I'm hoping that you hear. I'm steady screaming 4K Trey, I'm trying to spit a nigga wig. All these bitches telling lies, but if you know me, don't think twice. Instead of doing what's wrong, little bitch, you do what's right. I feel like fuck live in disguise. I show my wrong, don't have my right. You saw me down, you tryna show out for the hype.
Don't do that lame ass shit.
I fuck with you, but you don't fuck with me. But somehow we still find a way to text each other before we go to sleep. I don't know shit about no Jodeci, but you gon' suck me to his music while I sit back think and smoke my weed. These killers around me, they look up to me. I got them baddies, I won't say no names, I hope it don't catch up to me. You really mad that you can't fuck with me. You X me out, you ain't have to fuck with me. Nigga, why you came to fuck with me? I do anything for you, I just don't know what they want. And I wasn't frightened when I told you I love you. Girl, you the only one that I want. These niggas be capping, we pull up slanging that static. Don't do no talking, have your shit together when we come. I got too many brothers that done died by the gun. I murder from the heart so you can say what you want. They say she fuck with that nigga, I wish I caught her. Smoking on this cherry pie, fucking your favorite athlete daughter. They say that nigga that been trippin', put that bitch in order. I just came through swearing, nigga, in the Hellcat Charger. Jigaboo swerving behind me, turn up in the Benz. Studio session go in, tell them the niggas I said for the knock, don't walk in. Up with the gauntlet off 10. Popping them bottles of lean with Instagram models, staring at the jury end. I know she don't drink, she said that she drink, I let her just sip what she can. I say, Lil' B, you hear them talking, he say, I hit the gas and then we turn up on they ass. Ran up my money in they head when I talk now. Them bitches know it's over with, they in my past. Cause you left ice on my heart, and I could say that hoe wasn't wrong, you wasn't right from the start. I wish you could exchange my time for that watch that I bought. Really was trying to make you mine, I don't know what I had thought. Told you that I do anything for you, I just don't know what they want. And I wasn't frightened when I told you I love you. Girl, you the only one that I want. These niggas be capping, we pull up slanging that static. Don't do no talking, have your shit together when we come. I got too many brothers that done died by the gun. I murder from the heart so you can say what you want.
This is how I feel, I got your love attached to me. And you know I truly love you, it was never about no pussy. And you told me that them niggas ain't for me, they just want my money. And I like the way you is, you ain't tryna kick it with my buddies. And I gotta have it, and I like that you don't judge me. And it's so fucked up that I'm glad to be a junkie. To fall in love, I say I've been afraid. I'm mixing lean with lyrical lemonade. And we on top, ain't no more public aid. Or calling your boss to get another raise. I drop some backward ashes in the rave. Reminiscing about the older days. I gotta raise the roof for the people and let the net run their relationship. I gotta raise the roof for the female who won't listen to another bitch. I gotta raise the roof for the niggas in the trenches, turn to gentlemen. I gotta tell the truth, this the best relationship I ever been in. Whoever thought that I can make this shit? Voice of the streets in relationship. And we don't care what the rumor is. Fuck these other hoes cause I love my bitch. Alexander McQueen and Rockstar Jean. The prosecutor hating cause I'm doing my thing. 6 kids plus her daughter, that's what it is. I seen Rail fall in love, I know that shit crazy. I seen Booker fall in love, I know that shit crazy. Inside I don't let her outside run that.
So you guys seen that I was in the short up here. I did sell. I sold up here, somewhere up here, and I took profit right here. And then I set a limit on this fair value gap because I just knew that that was going to be a low. So when my limit got filled, I woke up to price somewhere. I don't know if it was this candle or this one, but I woke up to it on one of these candles, and that as I seen it retrace, I just took another long off of it. But I do believe we're coming up here. I have interests that I'm looking at like this. Pool right here and this high, but I do want price to get up here. It doesn't have to do it today, but I prefer it does it today. So my eyes are here and here. And price should really respect. So like for instance, like I told you in my rate versus shift video or the drawn liquidity, one of them, but like if my target is up here and my target is up here, right, that means that this down close has to hold, this down close has to hold, and this one should hold. So as price is going up, these down close has to hold. Now when they start not holding is when I'm going to exit, but this should hold. This one already held. This one already held. You see how price is just really expanding up. This is good because I want so as you can see, this is New York session right here, 7 to 10. I want New York to retrace a little bit somewhere in here. Probably this breaker right here, this up close. That's why I have this out, but I do want to see New York kind of extend into something to go long. That's really what I want to see. Anyways, your stomach will be dropping if price is coming down like this. And that's because you have no clue what the order block is. You're looking here, you're looking here, you're looking here, you're looking at this fair value gap. You're just looking everywhere, and you really want to organize your time frames because this looks cluttery. Like you got this, this, this. Like just move. Like if price is looking like this, just move up a time frame. So you're on the 3, go to your 5. Start merging these candles together. Now it's starting to look a little bit more clean. You got these down close, price comes above. Now you got these, now price comes above. Still, this is pretty choppy to me to really like point out what I want to deem as like an order block and a fair value gap. So like just move up a time frame, and that's why I stay like sometimes I stay on my 15. Now this looks clean. You have down close, price came above it, respected it. Price came above this down close, respected it. Price came above it, yet to respect it, but it's this candle right here respected it. It had an open, low, high, lower, and close. But I do want this to hold, and I do want this breaker to hold. Now, it's just how to use the time frames. Like you could just, all you have to do is organize it. You don't have to be sitting on the 5 or 3. And I haven't checked the hourly, but let's check that. Yeah. So as far as the hourly goes, this thing looks like it can come down to these 2 down close. Because basically you have a low right here. Price take it, shifted bullishly. So this would be a market structure shift. If price wants, it can come back down to opening price and down to these two down close with one candle and then head up. I don't see that happening. But when you use your time frames, you can just see these things. Like look, 30-minute, you have 3 down close, you have 1, and it's just cleaner to spot your order blocks. But if you're on like the 5-minute, bro, like come on, what is this, bro? You only want to be looking at like the 5. Oh, me, not you guys, but you only want to be looking at the fair value gaps and stuff on a lower time frame like that when you're looking for an entry. So when you see this down close candle and price come above it like this is when you want to be dropping to like your 3 and 1 minute on from a 15-minute to spot whatever it is you're looking for. So if I were to highlight this, like this yellow segment of price, I'm gonna drop down to I'm sorry, with a 3, and I'm gonna show you why you drop down to low. Like you don't use lower time frames to monitor price and try to get a bias. You do not do that. You only use that to seek an entry. So like, let me go to a 3. Okay, let me go to 1. Now this is going to be hard for you guys to spot. But basically you do have a BPR. So you have a fair value gap here. That price has traded through and held. This would be hard for you guys to spot. But that is how you would use like the lower time frames to get a better R, I would say. And more context is you swept liquidity. So like you took a low, you hit a higher time frame order block, you had a fair value gap that did not get respected, so price completely traded above it and closed. And this would be an area with that framework, with higher time frame bias and all this is when you would take this type of a buy right in here and stop right beneath here. That's when you take that sort of a buy. But for instance, like right now, I'm on the 1 minute. You'd think it's reversing just because it's pulling back. Not the case. Not the case at all. So if I go back to the 15, before I do that, get rid of this. See, while price is dropping like this, you want to be buying. I'm not saying now because there's 50 seconds left to the 15-minute candle, but like anytime price is pulling back like this, it gives you an opportunity to buy, literally. So right here, when this candle was dropping, it gave everyone an opportunity to buy. So it rallies up. When price pulls back down into this candle, it's giving everyone an opportunity to buy. Now you can miss it if you want, but that's up to you. And right now, price is pulling back, giving everyone another opportunity to buy. Whether you want to see it that way or not, but that's just what it is. So here's your order block. This order block right here is already good, so I don't want to see that traded too. Opening price, we got C, I think CPI. It could get a little wonky, so it could come down, but I don't want this one traded too. And this is where I check the time on the hourly. Okay, so you see how we have 40 minutes left to the hourly candle? I want to see, from a power of 3 standpoint, we have an open, low. I do want this to be the low of this candle, so it has an open and low. And then around like 20 minutes to this 1 hour candle, I'd want to see this thing more bullish. It doesn't have to be up close, but more bullish. So you open, low, high, close, basically. Because you can't tell me a candle is just going to open and stay in one direction until it closes. That's not happening. So from a power of 3 standpoint, it just opened low. Check the 4 hour. And what I'm giving you guys is a gem. So let me exit out of this so you can see what I'm looking at. So this is a 4-hour candle. A 4-hour candle. This thing opened and was low for 2 hours, and then went bullish, and we have an hour and 43 left of this candle. So I would say for this, I'd want to see, from a power of 3 standpoint on the 4-hour, I'd want to see this thing close a little bit higher. Yeah, close a little bit higher. That's what I'd want to see. Because if you have an hour and 43 minutes left to a 4-hour candle, that means what were the first 2 hours of this candle doing? Probably somewhere down here, right? Exactly. So the next half is it flipped bullish. Now this thing can have some pullbacks, but you really want to see this thing go up when it kind of closes. And I think I'm going to make that a separate video because nobody really talks about the times left on the candle from a power of 3 standpoint. But that, I don't know, that's a whole different discussion. You need to have to know what you're looking at. Yeah. That's just sort of what I'm looking at. This is a pool to me of liquidity because you have a lot of highs. That's a pool. Liquidity. And this is ultimately what I'm looking at. Now, do I think price is going to expand? It could. It could. I see that actually. And if you guys didn't notice, there's a few things I didn't do, which is my price projections and my big figure, but we'll do that now. So bringing up one box, and I just immediately just noticed something. So I took my Asia range and brought it up a box, and can you just see where it's exactly lined up to? That should tell you something. Let's bring it up one more box, and we'll bring it up one more I just want to see how close we can get. Okay. Now, obviously if I go up one more box, we'd be well over it. But if you implement the 30 pip sweep in 20 pip, you should be somewhere around there. So a 20 pip sweep would be here. Because if they wanted to run this high out by 20 pips and really stop everybody, it'd be somewhere up here. And if I were to just get rid of this box and just have my standard 3 boxes up, 1, 2, 3, I would search for a big figure slightly above it. So we have 800. Look over here, guys. 800 right there. Big figure. Give me the black. Let's get that. Boom, big figure. So this is sort of this is the area I'm looking at, and I want to see it get there at 10 o'clock, which is, look at the bottom, at 10, but I want it to be done by 12. Look at the bottom at 12. This is where I want the high of the day to come in. Now it can come in, you know, this level, this level, this level, even it can come in right here. But you're only gonna know with time and price. So I'm just waiting. When 10 o'clock hits, no matter where price is at, once 10 o'clock hits, 10 to 12, that is gonna be your, wherever it's at by then, it's giving you around the high. So like if price is up here by 10 to 12, this is going to be your high. If price is up here by 10 to 12, this is going to be your high. So I'm just looking in this window of 10 to 12, where is it going to be? Is it going to hit the 20-day look back? Is it going to hit the previous day's high? That's just what I'm looking at. So, and obviously 2 to 5 puts in your low of the day. So if I were to move this down to here, well, you guys get it. 2 to 5 puts in your lower high of the day. I just had it up here, but it did put in your low of the day. This window right here put in your low of the day. Price open, it went higher, it put in your low of the day so far, and then it looks like it's headed up. So that's just this window. Now this window is usually your continuation, where you want price to continue the trend. So if this put in the low, this should keep going, and then 10 to 12 should put in your high of the day. So that's these windows. Look up CLS group. You don't have to listen to me, just CLS, they'll tell you. Well, they probably won't, but if you're smart, you'll know what they're saying. But yeah, that's why I have these windows marked out.
Situation, and it's me and her forever, it's a situation, yeah. I gotta raise the roof for the people and let the net run their relationship. I gotta raise the roof for the female who won't listen to another bitch. I gotta raise the roof for the niggas in the trenches, turn to gentlemen. I gotta tell the truth, this the best relationship I ever been in.
Money J Filmers.
I'm new to this, you need to keep in mind. 100,000 pounds, she need the biggest eyes. I said she 10, she see it being nice. I scream through all of my thoughts and even free of mine. I made love songs, baby, the streets, they betraying me. They wouldn't show me love if I'm blown up. I made love songs, baby, the streets, they betraying me. I know they wouldn't show me love, no. Yeah, I'm on the block with them. We had a cage just to show that we don't fuck with them. And I was on the block with some niggas that ain't rappers.
I'm still in.
Yeah, me too. I'm still in too, dog.
Here, I'm gonna share my screen.
Still in.
Bro, fucking mute, man.
Bro, literally, look at this, bro. I had to go to the bathroom on my job.
Oh, hell no.
Bro, look at my screen, bro. Does it look like it stopped me out to you guys?
How you talking about all these pounds you ain't trapping now? Wearing my community on my block, I'm coolin'. Niggas tryna claim me with this shit, he ain't fooling me. Spend £1,000, I keep pouring lean. Street side really unruly. I'm new to this, you need to keep in mind. 100,000 pounds, she need the biggest eyes. I said she 10, she see it being nice. I scream through all of my thoughts and even free of mine. I made love songs, baby, the streets, they betraying me. They wouldn't show me love if I'm blown up. I made love songs, baby, the streets, they betraying me. I know they wouldn't show me love, no. And diamonds keep shining like they ornaments. I count the money twice and no shooting me. Last bitch, I nearly fell in love and gave all of me. Anytime niggas need sticks and they coolin' me. Streets, I really go home with me. And I was outside when niggas die for bread. Don't be coming outside when niggas die for less. A late night cruising tryna hide from feds. And no. And I know that you see me scaring in the Benz. And girl, I'm working on myself, I wanna love again. And if I told you I was sorry, could we try again? She say I'm fucking hoes, I'm denying. Niggas get to cooling down when the fire hits. Free up in his eyes when the ties get. Got my nigga for a murder and he fine out. Yeah, free my G's in a pen. Catch him in the fresh, now he with me what he said. Getting tired of the streets, so I'm leaning again. Missing couple doors, I wanna see them again. I never thought I'd see 100, but I did, and I'm mad. J Money in my dog, we don't fuck with niggas. Grandma getting older, gotta get quicker. Every time I drop a song, I get a little richer. I'm new to this, you need to keep in mind. 100,000 pounds, she need the biggest eyes. I said she 10, she see it being nice. I scream through all of my thoughts and even free of mine. I made love songs, baby, the streets, they betraying me. They wouldn't show me love if I'm blown up. I made love songs, baby, the streets, they betraying me. I know they wouldn't show me love, no. From Joe's to success,
for life, with no regret. We tryna make it, prove to you that we the best. OTG, that's my brothers, to the ball, to the end.
Money J Gomez.
You don't even know that we scheming, but it's all about you tonight. And I've been with the G's, them hands in it all day, so it's all about you tonight, yeah. Don't ever give away what's mine, still must stop and rise, yeah.